Hello, this is Carrie with Cookbook Divas. It is Meal Plan Monday, and I'm looking forward. Oops, I forgot to bring my tea. Oh well, I'm looking forward to chatting with you about cookbooks. I might get a little thirsty and have to run in the other room to grab some tea or water. But let's get started. I have a whole bunch of cookbooks that either I bought because I'm a cookbook shopaholic, or the publisher sent to me because they wanted us to look through it with you, which we're happy to do, and library haul. I live in a tiny town with a tiny library, and so I import books from other libraries in the region, and then I have more cookbooks to look through. Yay! Let's start off by welcoming our viewers from Facebook and YouTube and Amazon Live. We are soon going to be able to live stream over on Instagram at the Cookbook Divas. We need you to follow us. We have to have around 5,000 followers. We're close. We need 200 more. Anyway, sorry for begging. We would love to be able to live stream on Amazon as well, and that's where we post cookbook reels and flip-throughs, etc. Wanted to start off this stream before we get into the cookbooks by mentioning my camera. It is a Logitech Brio 4K. I had to upgrade my computers, both the laptop and the desktop, a little bit to be able to stream in 4K. It's a little bit of a resource hog on computers. On Amazon today, it is 27% off, $146. The microphone that I'm chatting with you on is a Blue Yeti professional podcaster's mic. It's by Logitech also. It is on sale on Amazon today, 29% off, $119. I have it right here. It's supposed to be right in front of my face, so I'm going to talk a little louder and scooch up. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to get our live chat started over on Amazon. It's where we do our chatting. There's a little section under or next to it if you're watching on the phone. Welcome to Meal Plan Monday. Now, let me let you guys know what's going on in my house this week. I am planning meals because I have a bunch of cousins coming over, and we normally go out to wineries and restaurants, and we're going to go to a couple wineries, but we're all broke and trying to be better about not spending so much money. So instead of going to restaurants with 6 people, we're going to stay home and cook. And that will be fun because my cousins are all good cooks. I'm not so much, but I'm providing the cookbooks, the food, and the house. So there. And we're going to have a Mexican night, an Italian night, and a burger, barbecue, and veggies night. So I'm going to be looking through these cookbooks today to see if we get inspired. I'm going to be making enchiladas for sure, vegetarian. And my cousin will be making some stuffed relleno peppers. And my other cousin is going to make, what is her specialty? I forget. Ceviche? I can't remember. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of cooking going on in this house. Wanted to mention my background behind me is a bookshelf library background. It's a piece of vinyl cloth. It's covering up the fact that I have a boring blue wall behind me. It's only $13.99 for a 7 by 5 feet. So the 7 feet is the wide and the 5 feet is the tall. And since I'm sitting in a chair, I don't need it to be taller than that. So let's start off our cookbooks today. I don't think we should start with the pie book because that's dessert. But let's look at Ottolenghi flavor. One of my favorite styles of food is Mediterranean. Unfortunately, I might be able to make a Mediterranean lunch or some Mediterranean side dishes for our barbecue day. But the plan for us is Mexican and Italian and burger night. So I have a huge stack of heavy cookbooks that I'm going to have to put back on this shelf without dropping them. If I do, pray for me. These are very heavy. I'm not going to be able to hold some of these up for very long just because it's kind of, it damages my neck and my back and my shoulder. And I don't have a chiropractor out here in this new town that I live in. So sorry, I'm trying to get to the good stuff. We're just going to take it easy today and have fun and not rush through things. Let me jump over back to StreamYard, which is the platform I use to show this video on Amazon and YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So Ottolenghi Flavor is a vegetarian cookbook. We're just going to look at the table of contents and some of the recipes and photos and chat about them. The first part of the cookbook is process, charring, steaming, infusing, browning, aging. I'm good at aging. Just kidding. Pairing is the next chapter. Sweetness, fat, acidity, chile heat. And then produce, mushrooms, alliums, nuts and seeds, sugar, fruit, and booze. I'm looking forward to that part of the chapter. So we are going to jump ahead because I want you to see what this cookbook is like. Flavor, ingredients, hibiscus, jarred butter beans. They're going through the pantry stuff. process charring. You start getting to recipes later on in the book. This is herb and charred eggplant soup. There's lots of creative recipes in here that I wouldn't have tried on my own or thought of. And now that I see them in this cookbook, I'm like, ooh, I should try that. Lots of beautiful things in this cookbook. Let me know what meals you're planning for this week. Or do you plan your meals on Sundays or later in the week? I know people that like to go grocery shopping Friday night for the whole weekend. Let me know what you prefer to do. This is a lime and coconut potato gratin. I love how unusual that is. I've made a lot of potato gratins in my life, not a lime and coconut one. Pretty cool. I'm going to jump over, make sure I'm not missing any comments over on YouTube. Welcome. Basic cooked chickpeas, hummus with lemon, fried garlic, and chile. I actually had some fried garlic that was pickled at a restaurant yesterday. It was amazing. I personally probably wouldn't make my own hummus for this weekend because I'm busy cleaning and I still have to work. It's a work day for me the day that my cousins show up. So I think I would just buy hummus at Safeway. But those of you that want to make your own, have a recipe in this cookbook. Pairing. This next section of the book. They say, to us, a bottle of good quality olive oil is the Mediterranean sun-made liquid. Yes, and we're going to be chatting about my current favorite olive oil today. This is a butternut, orange, and sage galette. I have never seen a recipe like this in any cookbooks. That is pretty amazing. I love galettes because the crust isn't fussy. You don't have to try and get it perfect or crimp the edges. You can just do an egg wash and call it good. This would be an excellent cocktail party appetizer too. This would pair really well with bubbly sparkling wine or champagne. Fusion caponata with silken tofu. Just wanted to give you an idea of some of the recipes that are in here. What on earth is this? It's bubbling up. It is a charred peppers and fresh corn polenta with soy cured yolk. Wow. I love that they're showing you what it looks like in processes. This is a coconut and turmeric omelet feast. That could be breakfast for dinner. Oh, look at these peppers. They're crusted with something. Romano pepper schnitzels. Wow. This cookbook has a lot of recipes, the likes of which I have never seen. Eggplant dumplings a la Parmigiana. A little bit different than eggplant parm. Susie, I'm glad to have you here. Yay! I love chatting with you and brainstorming about Amazon Live. Drop your link and let us know when you are live streaming again. Susie is going to be proud of me because I did a live stream an hour and a half ago and it was about toys and I threw toys all over the place and then I cleaned up, brushed my teeth again, had lunch, and I'm live streaming again. But I'm worried that the algorithm might not show my stream to people since I just streamed. You know what I mean? Oh, well. I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot of followers and sales on the rewatch. People are watching the live stream after I'm not live anymore, days later, and shopping from it. So those of you that are watching when I'm not live, hello, and I wish I could chat with you. Thanks for being here. We're looking through the Ottolenghi Flavor Cookbook as I'm planning meals for my cousins that are coming out. I will not be live streaming on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday this week because I have house guests. And my studio is in the middle of the living room, and no one wants to hear me talking blah, 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 blah about cookbooks when you're trying to have a party with your cousins and watch TV, and we're going to be watching The Last of Us together while drinking whiskey. Woo! That's a good show. It's on HBO Max. Anyway, I'm getting off topic because I wanted to show you some more things out of Ottolenghi Flavor. Polenta with fresh corn and braised eggs could be a nice breakfast option. Because when I have guests, I don't want to just make scrambled eggs and toast and throw some fruit on and go, there's your breakfast. I want it a little fancier, a little more involved. But lucky for me, one of our guests' husband is currently unemployed, so he offered to do all the cooking because the rest of us are employed and we're tired. Yay! Have fun, says Susie. Yes. Susie, drop your link and let us know when you're live streaming too. And go follow Susie. She always has wonderful streams that are fun to watch, and I learn a lot from her live streams. Susie, if you're still here, you're going to laugh. We didn't know until yesterday when Jalissa Queen taught me that the little bubbles coming up in your stream are products that people are clicking on. I had no idea. I'm going to see if it does it for me. I just clicked on my own book. Does a little bubble come up? It might take a second. That's really interesting. This is asparagus salad with tamarind and lime. tamarind is not something I keep in the house and might not be easy for me to get a hold of here in snowy Eastern Washington in the winter. I don't know. I've been making lots of skillet meals lately. This is sticky rice balls in tamarind broth, rainbow chard with tomatoes and green olives. Susie's got to run. She's making lunch. Susie is also on the West Coast, so for us, it is noon lunchtime. For those of you on the East Coast, it is tea and coffee time and possibly nap time. Okay, ooh, what's this? This is gorgeous. Gotta love the photography in this book, and I love that they show what the food is going to look like at separate portions of it. I'm glad you stopped by, Susie. Saffron tagliatelle with ricotta and crispy chipotle shallots. So that's an extra step it's going to take to fry up and crisp up your shallots, but it might be worth it because look how gorgeous that looks. I think I see some goat cheese. Udon noodles with fried tofu and orange nam jam. Wow. I actually made fried tofu last night, but I served it with rice instead of noodles. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This is the Ottolenghi Flavor Cookbook. It is currently 39% off on Amazon for those of you that like hardback books still. It's $21.52. We're in the produce section of the book. We're going to talk about alliums and sugar, fruit, and booze. Woo! Okay, what is this? This looks amazing. Don't have anybody chatting on YouTube yet. What's going on? Oh, there's a recipe for spicy mushroom lasagna. That's what that is. Wow. Dark Southern Library says, yum, Ottolenghi always has amazing recipes. Yes, thank you. Garlic hummus with grilled mushrooms. Now, I sauteed mushrooms yesterday, and I left them in the pot too long, and they got chewy. So not being an expert cook, I told my friend who is a good cook, I was like, I'm going to cook these mushrooms because they're chewy. I had to keep cooking them to get them soft. And she's like, no, overcooking them is why they got chewy. And I went, oh. And I went and chewed all my mushrooms. They were very good, but they were chewy. Neil's grilled onions with green gazpacho. And I was talking about your parents, Katie, and how they're coming over and we're going to save money by cooking, especially your dad. We'll be cooking breakfast. Olive oil flatbreads with 3 garlic butter. Yum. I think I have a couple pieces of flatbread in the house, and I have a pizza sauce jar that I opened 10 days ago. I'm thinking I have to dump that. Pizza sauce is frustrating because you just need a little bit, and they do make the jars smaller. So I open it, and we make 3 or 4 pizzas for 3 people, and then I have half a jar of pizza sauce. We're not going to eat pizza twice in 1 week. I mean, we'd love to, but, probably not the best plan for not gaining weight. Leeks with miso and chive sauce. That is beautiful. That's a great combo. I need to buy some garlic. Kohlrabi noodle salad, and they have noodles in quotes. And let's look at this beautiful tofu meatball korma, an Indian dish. Katie says, I totally agree with the pizza sauce. It's always too much. I know. Maybe I should start using regular spaghetti sauce and just cook it down and throw some tomato paste in and stir. I don't know. I'm tired of buying pizza sauce and wasting most of it. Okay, this is a dessert I've never seen in a cookbook before. Tangerine and ancho chili flan. So it's a dessert, but it's tangy and a bit heaty and spicy. What? Wow. Flan is not my personal favorite dessert texture. It's gooey and mushy. If I'm going to have gooey and mushy, I want butterscotch pudding personally. Beautiful lemon sorbet served back in the lemons, but pink. That is gorgeous. So that is our first cookbook of the day, Ottolenghi Flavor. It is 39% off. It's just $21.52, and I'm going to set this heavy cookbook down. We are going to take a little break from cookbooks because I wanted to show you the tea that I'm drinking today that I left halfway across the room and can't go get because I'm trapped now. This week, I am drinking Harney & Sons Cherry Blossom Tea because I am dreaming of spring. Spring is almost here, but it's going to snow tomorrow. Well, I'll be drinking lots of hot tea. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a tea drinker, and I love these tins because they're pretty and look gorgeous in my cupboard, but also it keeps the tea fresh longer. Now, this is only 20 sachets. I typically drink 3 to 4 caffeinated cups of tea per day. This is green tea with springtime cherries, by the way. So this is only a 3 or 4 day supply, but then I buy other teas and I put them back in this beautiful tin when I'm done, and it kind of scents the other teas with cherries too, which is fine with me. This is kind of a soft, powdery smell. It's definitely sweet. You can tell it's cherry and not strawberry, but of course there's no sugar in it. It's not actually sweet. It smells like vanilla, but they have not added, I don't think they've added vanilla. Let's check. Ingredients: green tea, cherry flavor. They did add vanilla flavor. Okay. Contains natural flavors. Brewing instructions: use 1 sachet for 2 cups of tea. I always do. I reuse it 1 time. You don't want the water quite boiling because this is green tea and it's fragile. This is Harney & Sons Cherry Blossom Tea. It is the tea that you would have seen me drinking if I'd remembered to bring my cup over here. Oh well, that's okay. Let's move on to our next cookbook, and we'll take another commercial break for some interesting products I have laying around the house. All right, let's do the Artful Pie Project. Since Katie's here and hasn't seen this one, I bought this one. It's very heavy, so I'm not going to hold it up too long to look through it because it is going to be painful. All right, somebody clicked on the Ottolenghi book. Is it Katie? This is the Artful Pie Project, a sweet and savory book of recipes. I love during winter especially and autumn. When it's snowy and cold, I love serving savory pot pies to my guests, or hand pies or turnovers. Not so much the dessert pies, but just something comforting and hot when you're hungry and you've been snowing. And Dark Side of the Library says that cover is fantastic. Yes, it's very glossy. You can see my ring light reflection in it. Okay, let me check for comments on YouTube. Nope, no one's watching on YouTube right now. That's too bad. They're missing out. All right. This is by Whitecap Books. The author is Denise Marchessault. Artwork and photography by Deb Garlick. Perfect last name for a food photographer. And apparently this is an amazing food photographer. Let's check out the chapters. Pastry dough. Cherry and berry, an entire chapter on those. Vegetable pies, then land and sea, an entire chapter just on apple pies. Fruit and nut, chocolate, custard and cream, and then citrus. And then at the end, sweet and savory companions. I'm guessing jams? I'm not sure. Let's jump in. Getting started, blah, blah, blah. Sense and sensibility. Let's see what they say about this. Making a great pie involves more than following a recipe blindly and turning on your oven. It's a mindful practice that engages all your senses: touch, smell, hear, taste, and see. Keep a watchful eye on your ingredients. Excuse me. Soggy bottoms and other pie pitfalls. I like this book. Okay. The last thing I want to do is burp on camera, and I just did. That's fun. You can tell it's Monday. Okay, baking staples. Let's get to the recipes, though. Okay. French palmiers with a couple step-by-step photos, a picture of the finished project. They're not my personal favorite desserts because they're crunchy and hard to eat. I have a tender mouth. I need soft. It's not because I'm old, but I need soft food. Precious scraps, what to do with your leftover dough. My grandmother would just sprinkle it with cinnamon sugar, toss it in the oven for 7 minutes, and give it to us. Yay. This is a pavlova. I wouldn't have thought of that being in a pie book, but it's a beautiful. Kara, you are cracking me up, and you're not old. Stop. Hee hee. Okay, we must be in the cherry and berry chapter because this is sweet Bing pie. Now, I live in eastern Washington where we grow lots of cherries. None of them are Bing. They are mostly Rainiers or red or black cherries, but not Bings. Classic berry tarts. These are great at cocktail parties, little bites. They go great with champagne or sparkling wine. Oh, cute. Here's a blueberry blackberry galette. I never think of putting blueberries and blackberries in the same dish. Look how pretty that is. That is a great idea. And I love picking blackberries near my house. It used to be they were ripe in August. Now they're ripe in September. But you have to rinse them because they have little bugs in them. So you don't want to just grab it off the tree and just eat it, or bush, unless you don't mind eating some bugs. Strawberry raspberry galette. Let's jump ahead because I can't show you the whole book. Let's find something really interesting. Oh, another cocktail party staple. This would be great with bourbon or Manhattan's rye whiskey. roasted vegetable tarts. That looks like about 3 or 4 little bites. A little messy to eat at a party, maybe not that one. Love it. Here's from the front cover, a deep dish vegetable pie. Thank you, cookbook author, for a vegetarian deep dish pie option. I really appreciate that. That looks so good. What is in the middle? Is that mozzarella or halloumi? It is kale, chili flakes, lemon juice, parmesan, gruyere, tofu, sliced and patted dry. Okay, tofu. Jumping ahead, we are doing some little hand pies, it looks like, beef pasties. Beef pot pies, my boyfriend would love that. If he was here, I would make that for him this week. Black forest ham. I need to look up how to say pithivier or pithivier. It looks like a French word, but it could be a British word. That is beautiful. Then, we'll keep going. How about a deep dish chicken pie? This would be great if you have about 4 or 5 people coming over for dinner. You could each have a slice of this, and then a salad, a side dish, a dessert, and be good to go. That would be amazing. And I'm guessing you could make it the day before. It would taste better on day 2. This is a salmon. I've never heard of this word. Kulibiak? Shona's here. Hello, Shona. She says, that looks yummy. I love one-dish meals. Shona, have you ever heard of a kulibiak? Kulibiak? I don't know how to say that. It looks interesting. I don't think I've seen salmon prepared like this before. That's kind of cool. We're going to look at crab and tarragon quiche. Shona has a much needed day off, and I bet she's in pajamas with a nice beverage with her feet up watching a live stream. Love it. I have to go to the store today because I have to buy a lottery ticket. It's time. It's my turn. Okay. Classic tart tatin. And we're going to jump into the apple chapter, apple raisin turnovers made by hand. Wouldn't it be fun to tuck this into a lunchbox, even for an adult, not just a kid? Sweats and just got back from a pedicure. You also bought Lotto. Good job. I'm looking and this lighting is making my face look red, but I'm okay. I'm not sick. I might have too much rouge on. Wow. Fig stuffed apple dumplings. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through the Artful Pie Project. It is on sale today, 15% off. It's a $34 hardback almond and plum tarts. This looks a little fussy, but I bet it's easier to make than I think. And I do have a little powdered sugar sifter that I need to remember to use more often to make my desserts fancier. Peach and berry galette. I love how many galettes are in this book. Here's a nutty pear tart. Shona would not like this because she does not like nuts. That's because she's already friends with me and I am nuts. Nectarine slab crumble. Does anybody know anybody that has a nectarine tree? It seems like I grew up in San Diego and we had lemon trees, avocado trees, apricot trees, kumquat, loquat. We didn't have peach or pears or apples. And up here in the Northwest, we have apples, pears, peaches, but I've never seen a nectarine tree. Chocolate chapter, triple chocolate tart. If I was a nice host, I would make this on Thursday so when my guests arrive on Friday, they could eat it. But it's a busy work week. I'm not sure I'm going to have time to get in the kitchen. Shona said, ugh, to the nuts. White chocolate mousse tarts. No, white chocolate is an imposter. I'm turning the page angrily. Chocolate Linzer tartlets. Now that is what chocolate is supposed to look like. Sheesh. Here's a Grand Marnier souffle tart. Now, if I was really organized, I would have all my New Orleans cookbooks out this week because it is Mardi Gras. I'm not that organized. Shona is looking forward to the Cocktails in Color book. Yes, it's brand new. It doesn't have any photographs of cocktails. It has drawings, but they're really cute. Dark Side of the Library is guilty for loving white chocolate. Oh. To each their own, and you enjoy what you enjoy, but please don't ever try to make me eat some. That said, we did just do a shoppable video here on Amazon for a set of lemon yellow colored little candies that have white chocolate on the middle. And I tried one and it was really good. And I was mad. I'm like, I don't eat white chocolate. Why is this so good? Red Ruby Grapefruit Tart. How beautiful is that? I can just see this on your table outside at a spring tea party. That color is stunning. It would be nice and tart. It would kind of cut through the sugar of some of the other desserts that people would bring. And we're in the citrus chapter, lemon mousse tart. This would be the item I am most tempted to make out of this entire cookbook because that looks so good and it would make me feel like it's spring already even when it's not. The sweet and savory companions at the end are ginger spice peaches, pastry cream, rhubarb strawberry compote, creme anglaise, blackberry coulis, etc. That is the Artful Pie Project, and I could not get the publisher to send us one. And it wasn't at my library, so I bought it myself, and I'm going to keep it forever. Yay! I hope you enjoyed looking through that. Next, I wanted to mention my current olive oil that I'm using. Now, we don't saute with extra virgin olive oil. It's too fragile and it smokes, etc. But we drizzle our salads with it, or our pizzas, or our flatbreads. We swirl it on top of hummus or on top of pasta. And I make a lot of cacio e pepe or lemon-themed pastas. And so when you buy pasta that has lemon in the pasta dough, and then you're adding some cream and some cheese, etc., it's still not quite lemony enough for me. So I add a squeeze of actual lemon juice, but then I'm building in the extra virgin olive oil. And this is by Colavita. And I just got this. Oh, it says it's excellent for sauteing. I don't saute with extra virgin olive oil personally. They say you can use it for marinating. I don't marinate chicken because I'm vegetarian, but you guys could use it for that. But I'm going to go through this quite quickly because I use so much lemon and flavors in all of my cooking and baking and everything. I'm not going to use this in baking, but you get the drift. I love lemon. This is on Amazon for $19.99. That was my little commercial break. And Shona, I'm worried that you're going to disappear before you see these awesome. I'll do cocktails in color. Then I want to show you some of these awesome sneak preview glasses that I got for parties. Okay, we'll do cocktails in color because Shona might have to take off. She's a busy lady. A Spirited Guide to the Art and Joy of Drink Making. Another book that I really wanted to check out, so I bought it for myself because I could not talk the publisher into sending it. It's by Sammy Katz and Olivia McGiff. It is adorable, and I think I'm going to leave it on the counter of my lake house near the bar so people can help themselves to learning how to make drinks. Union Square and Company is the publisher. The chapters are Introduction, Spirits, Classic Cocktails, Original Cocktails, Bartending Index, Essential Shopping Lists. I'm going to look through that because I need to go shopping before Katie's parents get here and want to drink lots of delicious beverages because Katie's dad used to be a professional bartender. Introduction, here's the Spirits chapter. We're going to learn about gin, not just see recipes for it. Favorite bottles, recommendations, styles of gin, including Plymouth, London Dry, I think that's my favorite, Jennifer, help, how do I say that, Shona? Old Tom, Navy Strength, that sounds like I need to have that one, and Wild Card, also called New Style, New Wave, or International Gins. Now we're learning about vodka, styles of vodka, tequila, etc., and some other ones like Irish whiskey, Japanese whiskey, etc., liqueurs. So this is very educational at the front of the book. Now we get to the recipes. Classic cocktails. Understanding classics, shaken cocktails, stirred cocktails. Here's one of my two current favorites, the old-fashioned. So they tell you the ingredients, the directions, and then the history of the drink over here, as most cocktail books do. They also give you some other options for ways to make it. You could muddle oranges or cherries at the bottom of the glass. You could use a sugar cube or demerara syrup instead of simple syrup. You could use different bitters, seltzer, etc. They give you lots of options for customizing it. Martini. Gimlet. I'm thinking I have a little reaction sometimes when I mix alcohol and citrus like lime or lemon, so I might not be able to start ordering gimlets because my face turns red and it looks embarrassing. But I am able to have palomas with tequila and citrus, so maybe it's a gin vodka reaction. I don't know. I think I should go test it on one paloma and see what happens. A Sazerac. invented in New Orleans. So happy Mardi Gras. A pisco sour. I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced pisco. That would be terrible. I've never heard of this one, a flip. This is 2 ounces of ruby port, which I do have some in the house. Demerara syrup, I don't have any in the house, but there's a recipe on page 162. 1 large egg. That makes this drink expensive, right? And freshly grated nutmeg for a garnish. Wow, does it really turn purple? I don't know. Here's one called The Last Word. Now, how's that different than a gimlet? Gin, lime juice, green chartreuse, if you can get your hands on some, and maraschino liqueur. Chartreuse is one of those alcohols that like only 3 Benedictine monks know how to make. Kind of like, what's the other one? Not absinthe. There's something like chartreuse and something else that only monks know how to make. Dark Side of the Library says, I actually really enjoy these illustrations. It's fun. Most people know what a gimlet or paloma look like. Yeah. I never think to order a gimlet. This is called Woman of Destiny. And it is made with mezcal, lemon juice, grapefruit juice, honey syrup, creme de violette, and an edible flower or grapefruit twist. The Mad Hatter, served, of course, in a teacup. A celestial stem. Here's a medianoche. That looks great for summer. It's jalapeno-infused tequila that they give you a recipe for. Simple syrup, lime juice, creme de mure, never heard of it, and seltzer to top. Here's a Fox Hollow, also served in a Collins glass. Citrus wedge, vodka, grapefruit, lime, strawberry Campari with a recipe, agave syrup, and seltzer. And then at the back, we're learning how to make garnishes and twists. This could be a cute little gift book for newlyweds or college students that have just moved out of the dorm back into their first apartment, etc. And so they're adults, etc. This is adorable. It just came out a week ago. Cocktails in color. Now, speaking of cocktails, Shona and I throw a lot of parties. And I want to make sure, I hope you're still here, Shona, because I have some cups to show you. There is a company called Tossware. They're currently advertising a lot of their amazing retro-styled acrylic stemmed or unstemmed wine glasses, but they also make tossable, recyclable, reusable party glasses. Now, you don't want to put this in the dishwasher. It will melt. Microwave, no, but you're not supposed to be microwaving cold beverages anyway. So these do break apart, and I mean break in the most gentle sense. These are shatterproof. There we go. I had trouble getting it off. This is part of their citrus set of 6. Here's the other 3. They're called Pop Vino. They're stemless wine glasses, but you could serve lemonade in them or iced tea, but they're a very small portion. So they really are better for icy cocktails or wine, white wine. I probably wouldn't put red wine in these, to be honest. That would look horrible. You could put bubbles in these, but you really need to drink bubbles out of bubble-shaped, flutes, and Tossware makes those too. So the idea behind these are you use it 2 or maybe 3 times at a party, and because they're all different, it helps you know which glass is yours when you walk down and you've set it down somewhere. You're like, which one was mine? You wash it in hot soapy water, dry it with the soft cloth, and you can use it a couple more times as long as no one's like scraping it with their teeth. It's unbreakable, so it's great for the pool, the patio, the garden, etc. And then when you're done, you toss it in the recycle bin, and it can be made into new more of these, or carpets, or purses, or some clothing that they're using plastics to make nowadays, and bags. Lots and lots of grocery shopping bags. So this is their citrus set. We are going to look at some cookbooks too in a minute. Never fear. But I wanted to show you these adorable Tossware glasses. I think I got the confetti ones. I think that's this one. It's hard to tell on Amazon's little picture. These kind of reminded me of mid-century, but they're the wrong colors. So they're kind of 80s too. I think they're super fun. They have little diamonds and little dots. And it would be a little harder to tell which glass was yours with this particular set, but the colors are a little bit different. So I might mix and match these with the citrus ones just so people know exactly which drink is theirs. The last set that I got, which I think is in my carousel, is these flowery ones. These will be the first ones I use this spring, and I'll probably put some kind of a pink lemonade or strawberry lemonade in there that I make from scratch, not just pour out of a container. Maybe float an edible flower on top. These are so cute. This is the yellow, green, and blue one. And this is the pink, purple, and orangey one. So cute. These are Tossware, completely disposable, recyclable. Do not put them in the dishwasher. Oh, no. And Tossware, if you're watching this, please send me some more. And I would love to do more videos for you. I throw a lot of parties. I'm going to do shoppable videos of these outside, set up on a beautiful table, pouring my drinks into it. Wonderful. Okay, let's do another cookbook before we move on with some ads. Let's do the Imperfect Nutritionist because it is very inexpensive today, $12.99. Jennifer Medhurst is a nutritionist. This is 7 Principles of Healthy Eating, and I like that it talks about healthy eating but not dieting. The publisher sent us this book for free. It is a sneak preview because I believe, let's see, when does this come out? This comes out, oh, I have the Kindle listed, not the hardback. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. February 2. Oh, it came out a couple weeks ago. Gotcha. Okay, 7 Principles of Healthy Eating. There's a 2-week plan and ingredients list, and then the principles. Number 1, focus on whole foods. That means nothing out of a jar or box if you can help it. Be diverse. What the fat? She's going to talk about the old myth that fat made us fat and was unhealthy, and now we can eat it. Yay! Include fermented prebiotic and probiotic foods. I need to read that chapter because I'm not sure what's going on there. Reduce your refined carbohydrates. That's very difficult for me because I love white rice and white flour and white pasta. Be aware of liquids. I think she's talking about my wine drinking. She wouldn't be wrong. And 7, eat mindfully. Don't just sit there. Don't eat a bunch of popcorn while you're watching a movie. Eat a small bowl and go back for more if you need it. There's the author. She has a 2-week plan for eating more healthfully. Focus on whole foods. So she's talking about her principles, but there are recipes in this book as well. And it's great for meal planning. Be diverse, varied diet, experiment with different whole grains. Here's lots and lots of charts for those of you that like that kind of thing. She's mentioning alcohol, what the fat, etc. So she's going through her plan, and then eat mindfully. And the rest of the book is a cookbook, breakfast and brunch. Here is raspberry chia pudding. Mushroom shakshuka, yum. I may have to make that for breakfast tomorrow. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through The Imperfect Nutritionist from Kyle Books, 7 Principles of Healthy Eating. Here's a green goddess salad and the best gazpacho. I'm not ready for gazpacho yet. I don't need cold soup. I need hot soup. Chickpea niswa salad. TikTok tortilla. That's cute. Here's the mains chapter. Super green pasta. That looks good. And any chance I get to eat pasta, I want to. Soba noodles and crispy kale. Vegetable tagine with almond and chickpea quinoa. Chicken and cauliflower peanut sesame tray bake. So you thought this was a vegetarian cookbook. No, there's some meat in here too. And she gives tips on serving this. For example, served with lemon rice or brown rice or quinoa. I have lemon on the brain. She has a healthy dessert, dark chocolate bark. It looks like there's some white chocolate on there. Tiny chocolate tahini cookies. Not my personal favorite. I'm not a tahini fan. Pomegranate, ginger, and mint cooler. Here she's giving us some tempting alternatives to alcohol, which we're all drinking too much of, right? Chocolate and hazelnut milkshake. That is The Imperfect Nutritionist, 7 Principles of Healthy Eating. The first front is teaching us about nutrition and health, and the second half is a healthy cookbook with meat and veggies. That is by Kyle Books. Thank you so much for the copy. We're enjoying looking through it. Let me put this back up here and find out what is next. So we have made a conscious decision not to do any dieting talk or calories or anti-fat, whatever. we were sent this cookbook by the publisher, The Slimming Foodie in Minutes. Quick cook recipes under 600 calories. We made an exception because we love the publisher and the author does lots and lots of good books. So we'll look through it, but we're really not trying to talk about diet culture. Blech. But I do need to eat healthier and I need to eat more of these veggies and grains. So I'm going to look through this. Oh, it starts off pink. The Slimming Foodie in Minutes. Aster is the publisher. Introduction, breakfast and brunch, meat-free days. That for me, that would be every day. Midweek winners, family favorites, fakeaways. You can tell this is a book from the UK or Australia when they say fakeaways. Slam dunk dinners, snacks and sides, and a sweet tooth chapter. Okay, let's check this out. Breakfast and brunch. Hob granola. I think they mean like on a big pot on the stove. Tropical breakfast ice cream. Yes, please. Honey almond porridge with chia seeds. Green spiced crumpets. I didn't know that was a thing that you could do. That's pretty cool. Meat-free days. She's going to offer us a beetroot, kale, and chili falafel. That looks very dry to me. I would have to put lots of tzatziki on it. I think I probably wouldn't make this. She says it's a great recipe for using up leftover kale because it can be challenged to get through a whole bag of it. Yes, that's because kale tastes gross. Sorry. Pea, spinach, meat, and green chili soup. Now that I would eat. That looks amazing. Do they serve it hot or cold? Oh, hot. She suggests serving it with wholemeal toast that has bubbling cheese grilled on top. Leek, mushroom, and rosemary fusilli. Yum. Fiery garlic, mushroom, and lentil dal. Here's a good way to eat some more lentils, which we all need to do. Good fiber, good protein. Skipping ahead, lemon sesame sauce. And she talks about who it serves and if it's gluten-free or vegetarian with little symbols at the top. Balsamic chicken bake with tender stem broccoli. And creamy bacon sage and squash orzato. Onion soup with melted cheddar. Family favorites chapter. Chicken salsa rice. Another skillet meal, that's great. Simple baby corn and chicken stir fry with honey soy dressing. All about the gravy, sausage, and mash. Vegan kale and cashew pesto. Spicy prawn fish cakes with sweet chili and lime dip. Those definitely need a tartar sauce to be dipped in too, though. Brisk butter chicken. Slam dunk dinners. How about cozy chicken lemon and potato casserole with lots of veggies in it? Korean style beef brisket. Snacks and sides. Toasted walnut hummus. Crisp green salad with Korean style dressing. Curried chickpeas. Yum. I have lots of chickpeas in the house. That is the Slimming Foodie in Minutes. 100 quick cook recipes under 600 calories per person, not per dish. All right, let's move on. I do have several cookbooks to go through. I wanted to mention the candles that I am burning in my kitchen currently. Just for a second. They are by Les Cadeaux. They come in a beautiful gift box and a melamine dish that you can reuse later. We tend to store coins in it on the counter because it's so pretty. This is not the most lemony citrus I've ever smelled, but it smells fresh and clean. And after a long winter of being stuck in the house with two smelly dogs, I definitely want this in my kitchen. And my kitchen is white and blue themed with pops of color that are yellow. So this is perfect to look cute on my counter. And of course, we trim the wick to just 1/4 inch and we don't burn it with a bunch of junk in the top of the candle, so it'll burn longer. They also have, that's the lemon one. They also, and the tile pattern's a little different. This is Fleur d'Orange for those of you that like candles that smell like orange blossoms. And I used to have orange trees, dwarf ones, miniature ones, living in my house, and we had to give them away, and I miss the smell of orange blossoms. So now I can burn this candle, and when I'm done, this is melamine. You technically could serve food in it, dishwasher safe, but we usually just hold jewelry or coins in it. So that is Les Cadeaux candles for your kitchen to bring spring and summer in after a long, long, gloomy winter. Okay, let's get back to the cookbooks. That was our brief commercial break. And I notice that I'm shaking my desk and my camera doesn't appreciate that. I need a stronger desk. All right, back to the cookbooks. Let's do Pie Minister. We have a lot of orange cookbooks today. Have you noticed? Live and Eat Pie, Ethical and Sustainable Pie Making. Now, this is not necessarily a meal plan cookbook, because it's pie, but you need to plan dessert too, because we have to go to the grocery store, right? All right, I have not looked through this one yet. This is a first for me. Ethical and Sustainable Pie Making by Tristan Hogg and John Simon. Contents: pastry, small tin pies, tray bake pies. Another hint that this is a UK cookbook. Other top and pot pies, no tin pies, pie dish pies, pie subs, sides, and sauces. Our Life of Pie, introduction, who they are, etc. This is a quirky book with lots of illustrations and charts and things to read. You can tell they have a funny sense of humor. From a Pie-gone era. Okay, let's get to the recipes. Aha, pastry. Ooh, now the photos are getting gorgeous with a little bit of step-by-step what it's supposed to look through. It really helps me to see what the dough is supposed to look like at every stage. Short crust pastry, off-cut recipe, barking up the wrong tree. They're talking about carbon sequestering, flood alleviation, biodiversity, palm oil, etc. This is Live and Eat Pie. It's an ethical, sustainable pie making book, so it's quite different than just any old pie cookbook. Here's a recipe for evergreen phyllo triangles. Look how beautiful that is. That would be a great snack. And it looks like they have some protein hummus over there to dip it in. Feta honey bites. So this book isn't just pie, it's little snacks too. Wild mushroom vol au vents. Perfect to pair with little cocktails or sparkling wine. That would be great to pass on a tray at your party. But a lot of work to make them. Pumpkin and pistachio mini patties. And down here, this is a tip. Peas and love. Pumpkins are packed with beta carotene, so they're giving us some nutrition info with the recipes too. Make a meal of it. Deep pan pizza pies. Those of you joining us on YouTube and Facebook, we're looking through Pie Minister, Live and Eat Pie. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions about this cookbook, or if you own it and have baked anything out of it. Tofu and shiitake diamond puff. Beautiful. Let's keep moving ahead. Mind your tempeh, bean-based brilliance. I'm going to teach us about tempeh, and here's a recipe for it, the Pied Piper. Ha ha. That's a European recipe. Spinach and chard spiral. Other top and pot pies. Pasta-topped, potato-topped, and saucy-topped delights. So nacho pie. That's really fun. I like their sense of humor. Mighty Aphrodite. Ooh, this is beautiful. Smoked mackerel hash. Then we have a waffle basket. I think we jumped to the dessert chapter. Nope, because here's a duck pie thivier. Duck pie. Great Dane. Here is Ode to Trout. That is adorable. That's cute. Love it. And then it's all down to the earth, farming on the wild side. And the last thing we'll look is called Mooless and Blueless, the vegan version of steak and Stilton pie. So it's a very inclusive cookbook and baking book. That's Pie Minister, Live and Eat Pie. That is fascinating. I think Katie's going to want to look through this too. I might have to send it to you. when I'm done with it. Okay, next. Every day is Saturday. This is a big, heavy cookbook, so I'm not going to hold it up for very long. Recipes and strategies for easy cooking every day of the week. It's by Sarah Copeland. And beautiful. Publisher is Chronicle Books, San Francisco. Chapters are breakfast and brunch, toast, bread, midday meals, grazing platters, mains, cooking for friends, sweets, drinks, tonics, and projects. And this is pretty big and heavy, so I'm just going to give you a flip through. Let me know if you want me to go through again. The juiciest whole bird in broth. Cute kid. Hungarian snacking tray, vegetable soup. That pink layered cake, I know. Let's see if I can find that. Sweet. Let's go look at that. 162. Oh, my cookbook just hit my microphone. I bet that sounded good. Sorry. Ooh. Almost famous cranberry bundt cake. Flourless chocolate brownie cake. That looks like a Dutch baby pancake for a second. Lemon polenta slab cake. Raspberry ripple ice cream cake. Wow. So that is a brief preview of Every Day is Saturday because it's kind of heavy to hold up and I don't want to injure my back. You can see a closer look through this over on our Instagram at Cookbook Divas. We did a reel of this a few days ago. Alan is back, encouraging people to follow. Thank you, Alan. Woo! Excuse me, I just knocked over a stack of books. They're falling everywhere. Get over here. They almost turned the desktop computer off. I would have been like, bye. I wouldn't have had time to say goodbye. Here's a book that is the Kindle version's on sale for $1.99 today. It is Tina Nordstrom's Scandinavian Cooking. Simple recipes for home-style Scandinavian cuisine. And she's, wow, very passionate about cooking, apparently. The publisher is Skyhorse Publishing. Greens, seafood, barbecue, meat, and poultry, tacos. I didn't expect to see tacos in a Scandinavian cookbook. Bread and pizza, tapas, and sweets and treats. Whoa, okay. We're going to flip through this one as well because it's so heavy. This one has amazing, very interesting things. Beautiful photography. I love her tablescapes outside. Lots of things I want to cook and bake out of this one. And it's due at the library very soon. I'm very upset. I'm not going to make sausage, though. I'm vegetarian. And I just saw a fish head on a fork, and I'm not amused. But a lot of this looks good, just not that one. That was kind of traumatic. Okay, that is Tina Nordstrom's Scandinavian Cooking. You will see a formal look-through of this over on YouTube in a couple days as I look through it right before I give it back to the library. I'm having some lighting issues today. Oh, well, too bad. Can't do anything about it now. Let's look through A Good Day to Bake. That's a library book that I just dropped on the floor. I'm so sorry. Simple Baking Recipes for Every Mood by Benjamin Ebuhi. I hope I said that right. It is from Hardy Grant Quadrille, so it's from the UK or Australia. A Good Day to Bake. The chapters are herbs and tea, stone fruit and berries, vegetables, best of beige, spice cupboard, and an entire chapter on chocolate. Carrie's back, says Alan. Okay. A Good Day to Bake. Chamomile lemon buns. Chive, tarragon, and dill sesame twists. Thyme sugar churros. How fun is that? Tarragon blondies. It's looking like there's a picture for every recipe. Mint and lemon drizzle cake. Yum. Perfect for spring. We have a Black cookbook author, and it is Black History Month. We are showcasing here on Amazon Live. We're amplifying Black voices. Be sure to drop by your favorite person of color live stream and say hello. Give them some support during Black History Month. Blackberry and Sage Pudding. Cherry cardamom cream buns. Cherry and coconut tahini cake. Look how they drizzled the top of that. That looks so pretty. Blueberry and lemongrass pavlova. Those of you joining us on YouTube, we're looking through A Good Day to Bake. Raspberry yogurt honey cake. And don't be shy to say hello over in the chat. Oh, suddenly there's some carrots in the The vegetable chapter, squash and nigella seed soda bread. I've never seen a recipe for that before. Spring onion and comté buns. Katie says Benjamin has some Benjamina. Oh, I said her name wrong. Has some spectacular recipes and very unique bakes. Yes. Here's sweet potato, chorizo, and spinach turnovers. Have you done a YouTube video on this book, Katie? Hazelnut Anzac biscuits. Very Australian. Just the crumble. I can't believe I said Benjamin instead of Benjamina. Maybe I do need glasses. Cornflake caramel peanut bars. Malted milk creme brulee. That looks kind of gross, but I bet it tastes really good. I have, and I attempted and failed to make gluten-free one of her cakes. Oh, wow, I didn't know you'd look through this. Goose fat potato focaccia. Imagine how tender and chewy that would be with goose fat and potatoes in there. Wow. I love checking out different focaccia recipes because everyone's just a little bit different. Pink peppercorn and ginger shortbread. Spice bread and butter pudding with saffron and dates. Cinnamon and clove coffee biscuits shaped like stars. How cute. And let's finish up the book with chocolate, flourless chocolate, olive oil, and almond cake. That is A Good Day to Bake. Simple baking recipes for every mood by Benjamina Ebuhi. Phew. Thanks for the correction. Katie says her other cookbook is The New Way to Cake is excellent as well. Oh, good. Thank you. I guess I can take that one back to the library then. Oops. If I stop dropping them on the floor. Okay, it's kind of a hot mess over here. This cookbook is from my personal cookbook library. I got it from a used bookstore for like a couple bucks a couple years ago. It is by Katie Quinn Davies, and she has a series of What Katie Ate books. One of them's just breakfast, I think. This is recipes and other bits and pieces. It's very heavy to hold up, so I'm going to do another quick flip through on this one. But look at this amazing photography. Viking Studio is the cookbook publisher, and they only do very select amounts of cookbooks each year, so when they do, you know it's going to be fabulous. Introduction, tips and tricks, breakfast, lunches, salads, canapes and drinks, dinners, slides and sauces, desserts. Okay, we're just going to start flipping through. Oh my gosh, there's some amazing stuff in here. And I like the way they've arranged the recipe on the page and some tips and kind of how she came up with the recipe or what she does with it, etc. This is a stunning for visual learners. This cookbook is amazing. It's almost as good for me personally as a Forest Feast, but not quite, because the Forest Feast shows you all the ingredients you need with the little illustrations. This is amazing, though. I need to cook out of this more often. You're reminding me. Those of you just joining us on YouTube and Facebook, we are looking through Katie Quinn Davies, What Katie Ate. It's on sale today on Amazon, 58% off, $16.61. I'm shocked because it's stunning. What year did this come out? Let's find out. I think it's a bit older, but the photography is stunning. 2012. That's ancient in cookbook times, because nowadays we photograph our cookbooks a lot different than we did in 2012, but this is stunning. Hey, I wanted to mention my new keyboard, which came in the mail yesterday with matching mouse. We'll just go through it really quickly before I go on to the next cookbook. This is a Logitech Chromos Color Purple wireless keyboard with mechanical typing and customizable emoji keys. The one thing I don't like is it does not seem to have a print screen button. I hope I can customize that later, because I do a lot of screen printing and copying of web page pictures, etc. This feels good. Oh, I'm going to be able to type fast on this. It's very nice. It is by Logitech. It's only 5% off today. It's still close to $100, $95. And I also got the matching purple Logitech Pop wireless mouse. So I can use it on any surface nearby and not just a mouse pad wired in stuck to the computer. And it's purple. It's the Pop mouse and it matches. I'm starting to like purple a lot lately. All right. I mentioned earlier that the tea that I left across the room and I forgot to drink is Harney & Sons Cherry Blossom Tea. Has a little bit of vanilla flavor, as we found out earlier. Let's grab our next cookbook, The Modern Hippie. Now, I'm not a hippie, but the Modern Hippie table looks kind of interesting. I grabbed it at the library. I thought, hey, why the heck not? Let's check it out. Recipes and Menus for Eating Simply and Living Beautifully by Lauren Thomas. This is by the Collective Publishing Company. Lauren Thomas is the author. The chapters include setting the scene, breakfast, appetizers and snacks, salads, main dishes. Woo, there's more. Girls can grill, cute. On the side, desserts and drinks, and a guide to drinking whiskey. Hello, with some whiskey recipes. I don't need a guide to drink it. I'll just drink it, but okay. Here's our author. Very pretty. Setting the scene. Okay, a little airy-fairy, a little bit pretentious, but that's okay. It's pretty. Planning ahead. So she must be a party host and entertainer. Here's the breakfast chapter. I'm always a little suspicious of cookbooks that have lots of stylized pictures of the authors, but let's find out. Yogurt parfait cups, skillet frittata from leftovers. I like that, but no picture. Maybe we should have had a picture of the food instead of the author. I'm not trying to be bitchy. Weekend brunch menu. Aha, a picture. My grandmother's Eggs Benedict. It makes you wonder if this is a lifestyle blogger that got to make a cookbook. Avocado toast 2 ways. Definitely a hipster. Yay. Blueberry banana rice cakes with almond butter. Here's toasted buns with jam. So let's jump ahead to another chapter. Protein-packed granola bars. Charcuterie. Here's a simple board. Ooh, that was pretty. Wedge salad lettuce cups. I want to see what I just flipped by that looks so pretty. There she is on the beach with hubby. A sweet dessert board. Oh, that's lovely. And we're going to jump ahead. Pear gorgonzola salad from the salad chapter. Whole roasted lemon herb chicken. Almost every cookbook has a recipe for whole roasted lemon herb chicken. It's nice. It's fun to compare their techniques and what they want you to put on it. Homemade pizza 2 ways. Another author picture. Another author picture. Girls can grill. Here's her spices and rubs. She's grilling. On the side, another author picture, but not a lot of food pictures. Roasted tarragon carrots. Ginger rice with toasted coconut. Grilled corn on the cob with Parmesan and parsley. That maybe should have been in the grilling chapter. Desserts. New York style crumb cake. Easy bundt cake. Citrus herb fruit salad. Fresh grapefruit palomas. Yum. Yes, please. Okay, that is the Modern Hippie table, which I did not expect to be a lifestyle cookbook. It's very lovely. Wish it had more food photos. We'll set that one aside and move on to the next cookbook, Baking by Feel. It's hiding back here somewhere. Here it is. By Becca Rhea Tucker. Recipes to sort out your emotions, whatever they are today. Let me know if you have any questions about this one. On Amazon Live, it's 37% off today. It's $21.99. Baking by Feel. And the author can be found at The Sweet Feminist. Publisher is Harper. This book is dedicated to my sweet and kind husband, Reese. The number of dishes he washed in service of this book is astronomical. I like her sense of humor. The chapters are how to use this book, and then happy, sad, mad, anxious, hopeful. It is a baking by mood cookbook. Interesting. Baking by feel. Okay, we're going to jump ahead to the recipes. A spiced French silk pie. peanut butter crunch cookies. I'm definitely hungry for peanut butter cookies. Yellow cake with chocolate cream cheese frosting. For those of you that want to make it from scratch. Oh, do I see some elephant ear type? What does she call these? Funnel cake with strawberry sauce. Yeah, that's what these are called. I forgot. Funnel cake with strawberry sauce. Great for grandkids. They would be so fascinated by this. Or kids. Molasses ginger snaps. Salted peanut butter pie. And she has notes on making the graham cracker crumbs. Walnut and fig shortbread looks amazing. And she has lots of tips on the side. This one's called Silly. Orange creamsicle cake. Oh, that's beautiful. That would be fun at a kid's party, wouldn't it? Sad. The recipes in this chapter are here to keep you company when you're going through it. I love that. Vibes, gloomy gray skies. Adele's song, Someone Like You, on repeat. Okay. Kitchen sink cookies for when you're sad. Muffins, or cinnamon rolls, excuse me. Ooh, what's this? That is pineapple spice cake. Sour cream sugar cookies, yum. Makes it moist. Peanut butter snickerdoodles. What is this? She said, note, I typically use an actual chocolate bar for this recipe of s'mores Rice Krispie treats. Andon says, I can hear you clearly. Thank you. Mad. The mad chapter. What are we making when we're mad? Blueberry buttermilk donuts. Chocolate espresso shortbread. Banana hand pies. That's interesting. Thick and chewy maple cookies. Ooh, this is pretty. It's called Selfish. Vanilla chocolate twist cookies. We are now in the anxious chapter. Pecan morning buns. Truffle coconut cookies. Buttermilk pie. Glazed donuts. Oh, look at this beautiful pink lemonade bundt cake. That is Baking by Feel. That's a beautiful baking book. I'm going to look through that more thoroughly over on YouTube in the next couple of days before I take it back to the library, sadly, because I don't want to give it up. What is next on our list? We did the Modern Hippie. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Here we go. Let's look through rustic French cooking. When I posted a reel of this over on our Instagram, people lost their minds. Thousands of people viewed it. So many comments and compliments. I'm not sure because it's very thin and small, but it's amazing. $23.97 on Amazon. Authentic regional flavors from Provence, Brittany, Alsace, and beyond by Audrey Legoff, creator of Pardon Your French. This came out back in 2019, which was not that long ago. Page Street Publishing, one of our favorite cookbook publishers. And the dedication to my beloved France. Chapters, small bites, starters and casual fare, family meals, homey desserts, and afternoon treats. I'm about ready for an afternoon treat. Introduction, small bites. Is that a kind of focaccia? This is a parsley butter garlic bread. I am tempted to make this for Dark Side of the Library's parents because we have an Italian night, even though this is French, because I have fresh parsley growing in the window and I haven't killed it yet. I could make fresh parsley butter. That looks so good. Serve 6 to 8. When buying the baguette for this recipe, oh, she's not baking it herself. I chose one that is slightly underbaked so it will crisp up and brown in the oven for an additional 15 minutes. So we could do it with that pre-baked bread that you get at Costco. I'm just saying. Chickpea flour fries. No, thank you. I like real fries too much. Black olive and sun-dried tomato fougasse. That is interesting. That would be amazing with cocktails or sparkling wine. Here's a pissaladier, onion, anchovy, and black olive tart. That is going to be salty. I'm just saying. You'll need beverages with that. Fried ravioli. I didn't expect to see ravioli in a French cookbook, but they definitely have some crossovers with Italy. Step-by-step photos. Love it, love it, love it. This is a broiled mussels in curry cream. Tuna salad sandwich, an important staple. Look at this beautiful thin crusted onion, bacon, and cream tart. Oh, bacon and cream, very luxurious. These are buckwheat crepes with pork sausages and caramelized onions. This is salt cod and potato brandade. It's hard to photograph gooey food, but that does look good. Stuffed beef rolls in tomato sauce with pasta, a nice hearty meal. Sausage stuffed baked summer vegetables. Onion, pepper, tomato, and egg skillet. Oh, a cassoulet, meat and white bean casserole. Rum-soaked almond cake. This is, I never had to know how to say this, Kuganamon. Dark Side of the Library says, I love that baked summer vegetable photo. It looks tasty. Here is step-by-step photos for making that dessert. A gâteau with chocolate and nuts. Jam-filled almond tartlets. Cute. And here's just a simple, this is what I love about French desserts. Very simple, but lovely. Elegant. Strawberry and cream Breton tart. Not a lot to it. And little sugar waffles, makes 20 to 22 of them. Cute. And finally, let's end with slow-baked cinnamon rice pudding. That is rustic French cooking made easy. You can see a look through of this over on our YouTube channel soon as well. Let's move on to 6 Spices, 60 Dishes. Indian recipes that are simple, fresh, and big on taste by Ruta Kahate. This one's going to be amazing. I peeked through it on Instagram when we did our flip through, but let's look at it more slowly. 6 Spices, 60 Dishes. So what are the 6 spices? The chapters are health-giving soups, bright salads, and unusual raitas. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. I order raita every time. It's a yogurt dip that's tangy and thick, and it helps cut down on the spice because I'm a wimp. Vegetables, leaf, fruit, flower, root, hearty dals, I'm meaning lentils and beans, nourishing grains and more, and then uncommon mains, eggs, seafood, and meat. You don't often see a lot of meat and seafood in an Indian cookbook. She starts off talking about her crazy culinary journey, and then spices, etc. The spices are asafoetida, coriander seeds, cayenne, woo, and cumin seeds, mustard seeds, and turmeric. And she also has some other kitchen partners like a wok and an instant pot. Curry leaf chicken broth, chili oil, bright salads, and unusual raitas. Green bean peanut salad. That way you're getting protein and fiber. A tricolor salad. And she's mentioning here that it's vegan and gluten-free. Every recipe has a notation. I love that. Jicama and mango salad. Mung sprout salad. Bittersweet raita. Vegetables. Here's Brussels sprouts with fried red lentils. Beautiful. Sweet potato and broccoli curry. Served over rice, of course. Turnips with green garlic. I'm not a turnip fan, but if you put a bunch of garlic on it, I'm there. Fried plantains with coconut. Farmer baby stir fry, vegan and gluten-free. And cauliflower with raisins. Spicy curried mung sprouts. Split peas with zucchini and green beans. Mung bean and cottage cheese wraps. Wow, that's interesting. I've never seen something like that. Rice and cucumber crepes. Look at this beautiful sorghum pilaf with purple cauliflower. That is amazing, and I'd want to floss after I ate it. Roasted eggs with fennel. That is 6 spices, 60 dishes. Very intriguing. I want to look through that more slowly, and I will do that on YouTube. Next, we have the Great British Baking Show, one of their newer cookbooks. Favorite flavors, with recipes by Paul Hollywood, Prue Leith, and the bakers. And that's my favorite color, and I dream of having a kitchen tent like that someday. Favorite flavors. The publisher is Sphere. The chapters are spicy and aromatic, tart and tangy, fresh and fruity, sweet and sticky, nutty and earthy, rich and creamy. Phew, and some conversion tables, which help us a lot. Okay, there's the bakers that contributed. We're just going to flip through. Look how the pages are color-coded. I love that. We're just going to flip through quickly because this is one of their heavier cookbooks. Oh, how cute. Halloween cupcakes. I wanted you to see what it looks like on the inside. But I'm going to have to speed this up because I've been live streaming over an hour. And we have a couple more books to go through. And you'll see me looking through this much more slowly over on YouTube as well. It is gorgeous. It is a keeper. I bought it for myself because my library had a long wait. And I'm like, I can't wait. I have to have this. Hug. And we have a couple more to go through. We did those. Uh-oh, where's the rest of my cookbooks? They're in here. Oh, I didn't add Showstopper cakes. Are you kidding me? Let me go add it right now because we got to talk about this cookbook. It's too amazing. I'm kind of surprised I didn't add it. Showstopper cakes is gorgeous. It is definitely out of my cooking league. I'm not ready. Not ready for this complicated. Well, I can't find it. So we'll just look through it really quickly anyway. That's fine. Can't seem to add it to the carousel. We'll do it next time. And it looks like I didn't add Leon Big Salads either. Mastering the Art and Science of Baking by the Great British Bake Off winner, Rahul Mandal. Oh my gosh, you guys. We will definitely look through this in another live stream when I have planned better. That's incredible. Whoa! I love the rainbow cake. We're going to look through this on YouTube very thoroughly. That's Showstopper cakes. Oh, and I bought this one because I needed it. And then some other day, because I didn't add it to the stream. Hi, welcome back, Alan. Our last cookbook of the day, Leon Big Salads by Rebecca Seal. Leon is a bunch of vegetarian fast food, maybe even vegan, I think vegetarian fast food restaurants in London primarily. And the author, Rebecca Seal, has done 3 or 4 Leon cookbooks. They are full of amazing, delicious, and sometimes inventive recipes for salads. And I eat salad just about every night, whether I'm home or at a restaurant. And I definitely get bored of my same old salad. So I'm really looking forward to learning to make more interesting ones from the Leon Big Salads cookbook, which was a gift from the publisher. Thank you. And Katie, they have one for you too. We each got one. Well, Alan, what were you installing that you got from Amazon? Tech or a computer? Not sure. All right, I went through all of the cookbooks that I had in my carousel. And Katie, I will chat with you on Facebook in a couple minutes. Thank you, everybody who came by and chatted and watched. We're going to try to do Meal Plan Monday every Monday, but I have a crazy life, so we will see. But I would like to do it every Monday at noon. Later tonight, I will be hopefully live streaming Disney trivia. And I'm looking forward to doing some book chat streams because I bought a whole bunch of books, as you can imagine, the last couple of weeks when I went back to a big town and went to 2 bookstores in the same day. It was awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next live stream. To help with your memory. Good job, Alan. I have one of those too. But you got to remember to look at it.